Yeah. Okay, start.
Okay, my name is Mohit, and today I am about to teach a chapter from moments known as the happy prince. So actually, it is a story of a prince statue who couldn't move but can feel the suffering and misery of the people of his kingdom. He really wants to solve their problems, and we will now see how will he do it. The writer of this inspirational story is Oscar Wilde. So let's get into the text. High above the city on a tall column stood the statue of the happy prince. He was guided all over with thin lips of fine gold. For eyes he had two bright sapphires and a large red ruby glowed on his forehead. First, let's write about the difficult words in this paragraph so it will be easy for us to understand. The writer in this story describes that the happy prince statue was situated on one of the high points of the city. He was covered in all over with gold and had two bright sapphires for his eyes. Sapphire is a type of gem which is blue in color, and also he had a large red ruby glowing on his forehead. So a sword hilt means a handle of a sword. That the ruby was placed here. It was a red ruby which was very big and very precious. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. His friends had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind. Then he decided to go to Egypt too. So now a new character enters into the story, and it was a little swallow. So the little swallow and his friends decided to go to Egypt, but he remained behind and his friends went to Egypt. After 6 weeks, he also decided to go to Egypt. All day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. The swallow flew all over the swallow flew all the day and came to the city in night and decided to rest there for a while. Where shall I put up? He said. I hope the town has made preparations. The swallow thought about that where should he put up, and he expected that town had some little space for him to stay. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. I will put up there, he cried. It is a fine position with plenty of air, fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. There is one difficult word that we need to understand. Alighted, which means landed. This swallow then saw the happy prince statue and decided to rest on its foot and landed on its foot, and he said that it is a plenty of fresh air. The swallow says that as the prince statue was in the open, he would get a large amount of air. I have a golden bedroom, he said softly to himself as he looked around, and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his hand on his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. As the prince statue was covered with gold in all over his body, the swallow complimented that he has a golden bedroom. He said softly to himself and looked around. He then prepared to go to sleep, but then a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing, he cried. There is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright, and yet it is raining. The swallow then asks himself that where did the water come from? If there is not a single cloud in the sky, and the stars and and the moon is also quite clear and bright, yet it is raining. Then another drop fell. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? He said, I must look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away. The statue then complimented also the statue that he is not useful.